What is up, you guys? Today we are going to be tackling a Decorate With Me Fall 2022 Fall Decorate. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is going to be absolutely so much fun, and you guys are going to be learning how to decorate Pinterest style, you guys. So let's get started. So I wanted to start with this little truck. So you guys, this is a piece that I use in my home quite often. So I have figured out how to basically transition this piece from spring to fall to every season so that I can still continue to use this piece in my home. I love these little trucks. If you guys are looking for this piece, I did get this piece at TJ Maxx, and I was actually looking in their fall section this year, and they do have these little trucks with the fall decor already in them. But I'm showing you guys right now how you guys can take this and you guys can interchange this. So let's say you guys did go ahead and go run and grab you guys one, and you wanted to change it up for when the next season comes around, so like Christmas. This is how you guys can do that. So I just got this little block from the Dollar Tree, and then I cut it to size, and then I just wrapped it in like a brown paper towel to kind of help blend the coloring variation that I was going with. And then I'm gonna start just sticking all of my fall foliage inside of there and just decorating this to my liking. Everything that you guys are seeing is super affordable. I did, again, like I said, got the fall foliage. I got that at the Dollar Tree as well, along with that little block that you're seeing that I'm using to put the foliage in. That's a really good place that you can get some of your foliage. If you're looking for some of the more like expensive looking, suggestion would be get a lot of your fillers from like the Dollar Tree because it's less expensive, and then grab a few little foliage pieces that you can intertwine to make it look more expensive. But everything you're seeing here is from the Dollar Tree. So there's definitely different things that you can get. Guys, check out the video that is just before this. It is going to be linked in the description box, but it shows the fall haul of where I got all of the foliage, where I got all of the little pieces that we're going to be decorating with in today's video. So definitely go check that video out for more inspiration.
I could say I was finally over you.
So I did go ahead and take everything out and set it out on the counter. We will be showing you guys that in a second, but I just went ahead and pre-set up this on the table to how I was going to want it, because where I'm sticking this is up here above the fridge, and it is a little bit high, so I wanted to have it kind of like pre-set up so I knew exactly where I was going to be setting everything. But first I needed to kind of clean it off to get started. So then I am just already placing it in the, positions that I had already kind of like pre-measured. And this is like a really, really good way for you to kind of get an idea of what it is that you want, especially like if it's in a high shelf or something like that, because then all you have to do is just jump up there and put it in there. And you guys, I pull a lot of my inspiration from Pinterest, so I will look at different like pictures and things like that. So just remember that height variation is a huge factor. Whenever you just kind of throw things in there, it can just seem a little off. So if you guys will just kind of find something to stack it on. So like that truck that I had, it was stacked on a like a serving platter. So you can kind of utilize things around your house to kind of help, give those different height variations. But I wanted to take this wreath. So I did get this wreath at the at-home store, and I wanted to add some pops of color because I haven't done my porch yet, so that video will be coming out probably next. But I did want to go ahead and get my wreath up, and I wanted to use a lot of mustards, and so I'm adding just a few more things into this wreath before I go ahead and hang it. So popping back over to the kitchen. So this is actually before I did the truck decoration, but I wanted to just get everything out on the counter that I had so I could kind of see what it was that I had. So if you have a good space to kind of spread stuff out, this is going to help you to see what you have, and then you can start kind of correlating things and seeing what's going to look good together and all of that stuff, your different height variations. And if you have a spot that you can kind of preset stuff up, that also helps. So I think with the truck situation, that whole area was a lot easier for me, but these are just open areas anyway, so I'm just going to do it as I go. So I'm just using the same principles of the height variations. You know, I do have a white backsplash, so I wanted to add some color in the background. So using that Thankful pumpkin was like a really, really good, it just added that pop to that little, I always forget what those things are called. I guess they look to me like serving trays, but, and then I have this lantern. I've had this for years and years and years, and it had plexiglass in it. So I took the plexiglass out. It was already kind of faded. And so I just grabbed some of my fall foliage and I stuck it in on the top, stuck some pumpkins in there, and just kind of maneuvered things around. So you guys can just kind of play with those. I like to use like maybe like a smaller, a medium size, and then a bigger pumpkin, and then just kind of like stacking those to just kind of fit, and then just adding your foliage in. So I had some of this greenery that I normally use just all over the house, and so I kind of added those in. So you guys can just kind of play with what you have, and you know, if you don't have these items, grab a little bit of greenery when you do go get your fall foliage. Like, don't just get a bunch of oranges and things like that. Grab like some green, grab some white, different things that are going to help kind of break up the colors, because that's going to help a ton to make your oranges and things like that pop. So in all of this, I am definitely playing with it. Like I never pre-did this or nothing like that. So I'm just kind of playing with what's going to work. Now those little leaves that I stuck underneath that little wagon, I actually got those last year at the Dollar Tree. I don't know if they have them this year at the Dollar Tree, but it came in a little bag. They're just a bunch of little like burlap leaves. And so I can stick those underneath like pumpkins or underneath like I did that wagon. And it just adds that extra pop of color. So this eat sign, I already had that, and so I just wanted to kind of add to what was already here. And so I was kind of playing around. I had this like just bead wreath that was here. It has no foliage on it, nothing like that. And so I just kind of played with that idea and didn't really like the way that it looked. So I am going to take that out in a minute and just kind of play with different, you know, different things just to see what I like. And as far as the ribbon goes, so like if you do get spooled ribbon already, it makes it so much easier to like twist and turn, because you can kind of go with the twist of it, which I absolutely loved right here, because all I had to do was just kind of like spread it across there and it did its own thing. So when I was thinking about these pumpkins and kind of how I wanted to place them, I had black, a lot of black in my kitchen, and I knew I wanted to add in the color orange. So I went ahead and I grabbed some black pumpkins. Those are off of Amazon. Again, all of this stuff is in my other video whenever I went over my haul. But I wanted to just take those pumpkins and I wanted to kind of spread them out and have a black and white, and I'm using the white to kind of break up the black, and then plus I have a ton of white in my kitchen. And so white, orange, and black were my three colors. So you can kind of think of like your main color that you're trying to go with, and then you can start kind of balancing it off of that, like versus the colors that are already in the room. And that kind of will help you to be able to just get that nice smooth transition when you're looking at it, and it make it sit so pleasing to the eye. So now we are moving on to my table centerpiece. So because I did have a lot of black kind of going throughout the kitchen, I really wanted to kind of blend this table area in. And so I took a black framed mirror that I had, and I just set that in the middle of the table. And then I took this wood, basically serving tray, and I set that in the center of that black mirror. And then I started to decorate from there. I've had these lanterns. This is also a piece that I use year round. And so I just wanted to kind of play with it and figure out what would fit in the middle of it. I also had those battery powered candles. So that's what is inside of the lantern, along with, I ended up using the burlap leaves underneath the little candle. So, and then I just kind of, you know, played with the variations of sizes and the pumpkins and the colors. And I ran out of the white ones, I'm pretty sure at this point. So I just kind of was playing with what I had. I did get some of these glass pumpkins at the Dollar Tree this year, which I thought was so cute. And then I used the leftover ribbon from that spool. And the plaid pumpkin is from a few years ago. I had actually used that as my main color variation throughout the home. And so I just went ahead and just added this little wooden pumpkin into everything. I think I got it at Hobby Lobby last year. So now we're transitioning over to the island. This is going to be the last area that I'm decorating. And I did kind of preset this one up, so I kind of already knew how I wanted it. But I had these old books that I actually got whenever I was cleaning houses a long time ago. We were cleaning out an old house, and they said if I saw anything that I wanted in there, I could have. And I found these old Betty Crocker cookbooks, and I thought those were just so cool. And so I've had those, and sometimes I like to add them in with my decor throughout the kitchen. I also got those little white foxtails at Hobby Lobby last year, and I do use those throughout my home to kind of give it that boho look, but I thought those looked so good right here, along with those little burlap leaves. So this is the final look of everything. I was really pleased with how everything turned out and how everything just blended so nicely. We're gonna be going through the rest of the home, so make sure that you guys are staying tuned for those videos. We still have the porch, the living room, and the bathrooms to all decorate, and probably my bedroom, so make sure that you guys are staying tuned for those videos, and we're gonna be continuing to show you guys exactly how to decorate your home and make it look like a Pinterest pin. So I wanted to get a close-up on all of this stuff so you guys can kind of see. I kind of came through and played with some of this a little bit more, so I did add in that S on this one here and a little bit of the burlap leaves. And then we have this here. I did open up the candle and go ahead and light it and get it going. And so I added that little basically topper to the candle and then put a pumpkin underneath that. So that's what makes this little area a little bit different. And then this never has changed. It stayed exactly the same. I actually really love how this turned out, and it was just so simple. Just being able to just kind of preset it up and then set it up there once I was done, it made it so much more simple. And I love how the little truck turned out, and all of that was Dollar Tree foliage. I love how I can reutilize that truck every single year. So this little area, I did get that little tray, the little marble tray there. I got that actually at TJ Maxx. That was one of the items I got from there, and I really love it. And I think I only paid I think it was like maybe $7 or $8. Like, it was on sale, so love it. So if you guys are looking to figure out how to kind of place your pumpkins inside your lantern, there you go. I added a few things into the fall foliage, like that little pumpkin and some of those little feather leaves. So this area is just so gorgeous. I really do hope that this video has inspired you. Make sure that you guys are leaving me comments down in the comment section so I can come back and say hello and conversate back and forth with you. I just live to be able to talk to you guys. So make sure that you guys are doing that. And then if you guys have not yet subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to this channel because we have so many more videos coming at you guys. And we just love getting to know who you are and being able to conversate back and forth. So I can't wait to get to know you. And until next time, you guys, we'll see you on the next one.